the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, can you see me, can you hear me, can you let me know? That'll be just swell. Esther, no, YouTube appears to be working. No, other stuff isn't, is it, at the moment? Including the jukebox by the look of it, so... yeah, that can get binned. So how were the consequences? Mandy, ads, I don't know what I'm doing. It seems to just, I don't know. I need to look into it. Seems to be defaulting back to the way it was previously. Despite the fact that I've got everything set up not to be that way. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, bruv? Casper? How are we doing? We're all alright, are we? We all alright, are we? Are we? Botrix is correctly joined, thankfully. Took him a while. It's warm, and I found out why it's warm, because the heating comes on about 7 o'clock, so in that last hour before I start the stream, the heater's on. That's why it's warm, always, and I've just got out of the shower again, obviously. And it was all last minute. I worked till 7, managed to run round, make a cup of tea, do a couple of other bits and pieces, go and have a shower, and then dink in. Nice hat, the famous hat. Yes, this is, I am getting into the Christmas spirit by wearing a hat. So, last week, Esther, at some point when I mentioned something was going to arrive, you actually said hat. And I didn't want to say anything at the time, but you were 100% right. It was a Christmassy hat. Without being too in-your-face Christmas, I think that's... I could get away with wearing this, just normal, not even Christmas, I think. It reminds me of one of those old jumpers, remember them? We used to have 3-star jumpers, and then we had the ones with this on them. It's very Nordic, isn't it? It's very Nordic. Very Nordic. I like it. Chat room over on Twitch is absolutely chocker. The 6,000 people over there are having a whale of a time. There's not 6,000 people over there. There's only one. Needs a pom-pom. If it was a bobble hat, it would do, but it's not. But yeah, bring back the bobble hat. I'm sick of beanies. They're not fucking beanies. They're bobbleless hats. Bring back bobble hats. Proper bobble hats. The Netherlands one that I've got, the orange one that you occasionally see me wearing, that's got a bobble on. That's a proper bobble hat. As is the Everton one I bought at the match, was it last year sometime? When I was freezing. It is very Norwegian, isn't it? I can imagine driving reindeer with this on. Not like one of those proper full-on Sami people, but you know, just in your weekend. You could still rock a bobble. Well, all right. Well, I'll send it to you. You put a bobble on for me. I could make a bobble. I know how to make a bobble. We did this in school. You make 2 circles, don't you, out of card, and then wrap it round, and then cut. And yeah, I remember that. How weird is that? Just remembered being in school doing that. We weren't knitting, but we were making bobbles out of wool. I could do that. I could definitely do that. It'd have to be a white bobble, I think, as well. A proper full-on white bobble, so it stood out. That's the hard way. That was the only way I was shown. You have to go back and have a word with Miss Wilson, I think her name was. She might have been the teacher that we had at the time, Miss Wilson. She taught us needlework and stuff like that. And then Mrs. Koppel, who taught us home economics, Kuchen. Her son was Steve Koppel, who played football for Manchester United and England. He was kind of a big deal at the Cracker Factory. Connor, you are here before Ali tonight. You are indeed, mate, you are. Getting in early. So, go on, Mandy, what's the easy way of making a bobble? How do you make it? Let us know. Because that's the only way I do remember. Alzheimer's kicking in, totally blocked that memory of the hat. You mentioned it last week. You definitely mentioned it because I was tempted to say yes, you are right, but I thought no, I'm going to keep it quiet, keep it sneaky, and then just as soon as the camera kicks on for the next live, bang, in you go with the Crimbo hat. And also with the Japanese koi carp piece merch t-shirt. That genuinely does say peace, by the way. It doesn't say anything rude. It's genuinely peace. You can check it out yourself. Looks nice. Looks really nice, I think. Just wrap it around your fingers, tie halfway and snip the ends, and voila. 2 weeks till Christmas Day. Bloody hell it is as well, isn't it? Jeez. And of course Christmas Day is going to be a Wednesday, so what are we going to do? Do we jump on and have a quick stream and let everyone tell us what they got for Christmas? Let us exchange presents or what? We shall see. But yeah, 2 weeks that has absolutely flown by and crept up at the same time. Steve, ho ho ho. Great t-shirt, but is your heater on cremation mode? It is at the moment. It's far too bloody hot. Do it on a Friday. What day's Friday? Friday, I know it's a Friday. Calendar. Friday the 27th. Instead of Wednesday, do it the Friday. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, could do that, couldn't we? Don't think anyone would want to be on a live on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, but the 27th, that could be an option. Could well be an option. Watch this space. But yeah, hello to Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And Ruby Roo. Has Ruby been a bit better this week? Is she all alright? Is she sound? Is she off the naughty step? 27th, yep. That could well be. That possibly is the day, I think. Sunday 22nd, Friday 27th. That could work. Could work indeed. Bonjour, Miss Licious. Inderdaad, indeed. Oh man. Sorry, the window's getting opened fully because it is roasting in here. And it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be cold out there. But I'm not up in the morning. Well, I am, but not up in the morning. I haven't got to take Jess tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about the car. Don't have to put my little car condom on to keep the ice off the windscreen. I'm alright. Stays as it is. Ruby's chewing a smoked yak milk bone. There's a lot going on there. Feed the yak and he will score. Not that yak, obviously. Do a late one on the 24th. Christmas Eve. Tuesday, Christmas Eve. Until just gone midnight. Or, yeah, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Smash the lives. I don't know, I'll ask. I'll see what people want. Give them what they want, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Otherwise, it'll just be me sat here talking to myself anyway. As normal. So, the bone of a yak, or bone-shaped, yak milk is supposed to be horrible. It doesn't sound good, does it? I'll have a Christmas week off. Possibly, I don't know. All depends. I don't like missing out on my you time. Plus, you know I'm needy for validation. Friday as well. The Friday, I'm gonna have to look into what's on BBC Four. Maybe I could combine it and have a Top of the Pops watch along, which is what the first live was supposed to be. Remember that? Everyone jumped on and then it lasted about 2 minutes and went tits up. So maybe it's time to check that one out. In fact, oh, mind you, it's not going to be up on the listings yet, but I'll try and find out what it is. If it's a good Friday night on BBC Four, we might watch that as well. We could do that. Could be done. Sun rose at 8:40 today. You haven't really seen the sun all this month. It's been constantly 69 shades of grey. The shortest days always feel the longest. It's because they are. These mystery nights, they're the longest. But we are only 10 days away from the shortest day. After that, it starts getting longer. Each day after that. So, it can't be that bad. We're getting there. If there's 26 weeks of winter and 26 weeks of summer, so to speak, the equinoxy side of things, then we've done the 24 weeks, haven't we? 24 and a half weeks, near enough, of winter, so we've only got 2 left. And then we're into the, well, you know what I mean, that side of it, the other side, starting to head back up. Doesn't make any sense even in my head, that. Sorry, go back. Do it on a Thursday. We shall see, Connor, we shall. It's dried yak milk. It's supposed to be good for dogs. It'll be full of protein, won't it? Definitely. Top of the Pops watch along. We'll have to see what it is. Some of it has been absolutely shite, though, recently. Some Discworld characters drink tea with yak butter in it. Dirty bastards. Michael Palin taught you that yak milk isn't nice. He would know. Am I streaming on New Year's Eve? Oh, shite. We did last year, didn't we? Do you know what? New Year's Eve might well do a stream. But then loads of people do them on New Year's Eve, don't they? Depends on if anyone puts up that they're doing it this year, I'll let them do it, but we'll have a look. In 20 days, the day will be closest to today in day length. It will. And you'll start noticing it. You'll start proper noticing. Because even if it's only a couple of minutes a day, within the space of 2 weeks, that's a huge amount of time. Noticeably. And hopefully we'll be in for a half decent spring. And I can get out with the camera and start doing some gallivanting. I need to gallivant. It's a good word, gallivant, isn't it? Steve, your ancestor didn't stay on the island. Ah, poor old Ponder. Yeah, obviously you being there would be proof positive. Proof if proof be need be. Got your Christmas tree today and you're putting it up tomorrow. Oh, very nice, Connor. Very nice, mate. Very, very nice. That's about all you're getting from me. I might put some tinsel on it and a few ornaments. There's a bear on it now. I should have got a picture of that. Did I get a picture of that? I might have done, mightn't I? I might have done, actually. In fact, I did. See? Little bear. A little bear angel with wings, and at the top of it which has worked out really well as a star with a light shining through it. Looks alright. He looks a bit kippersy. Kippers with wings. Wizards are supposed to be celibate. You would have thought they'd have the wand out more often, wouldn't you? He's a cute little bird, he is. Fantastic. I should have got a better picture, but I took that last night, I think it was. And I was shattered. But I get a decent, yeah.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. Well said, Steve. Very poor indeed. The earliest sunset is on the 14th and the latest sunrise is New Year's Eve. Same in June. The earliest sunrise on the 14th, latest sunset on the 24th. Mad, isn't it? What's his name? We haven't decided on a name yet, have we? There could be a few different names. I'll decide on one, I think. Noel. Very festive. Also the name of my Irish friend who is no longer with us. Which is a shame because he was a boss fella. Used to run a pizza shop in Southport. Always come to the pub after hours and bring a couple of pizzas with him. Just sit and have a beer with us. Sadly missed. Him, not the pizzas, you know. I'm not that shallow. I'm more of a deep pan. No, I'm only joking. Ali, how you doing? How's things? You alright? Your granddad was called Noel. Oh. But was he the first Noel? Good strong name, Noel. I like it. Oh man. Just letting a bit of that heat out, it's getting ridiculous in here. And this has been all bloody week, this. It'll be cold during the day, and I mean proper cold. And then I'll walk in the front room to go and make myself a cup of tea, walk through there to get to the kitchen, and they've got the fire on, and it's lovely. Like, fire, oh yeah, it's cold, so we put the fire on. Brilliant. The fire affects just one room. Every other room in the house is bastard freezing, thank you very much. Ali out behind the bar, no worries. I'm a little bit buffering. Oh man. I'm getting a warning about primary and backup streams being configured correctly. I haven't done anything. Why are they telling me this? Hang on. Let's have a look at the settings. We'll do this while we're live. What's going on? There's no settings to change. Why are they telling me this? It has all gone a bit weird. Very, very weird. Hang on. Settings. Output, is that the one? Output. Video encoder. I haven't changed any output settings. Don't get this. No, I don't get it. I don't get what I've done. I haven't done anything. Strange. Anyway, what I'll do then tomorrow, I will mess about. I'll do mess aroundings. See if I can fix it by doing mess aroundings. Yeah, there's definitely something going on, isn't there? There's no... I don't get this. Stream settings. Let's have a look at stream settings. No, I don't get it. Additional settings, nothing. It's all weird. Very strange. It's fine. Jeff messing about. Would be Jeff, wouldn't it? Evil sod. You had to restart Twitch as well. What? There's definitely something, because I'm getting warnings about backup streams. I don't know. I might just not reinstall OBS, but do go back to normal on OBS and see what it does. Definitely the bleeding Russians. Jeff is messing about. WhatsApp's down as well. Jeff's not happy. That's what it is. Could be the weather. The weather has caused a few issues, definitely. And whenever it's poor weather, our internet tends to mess around, so it might be that. Binfluencer time. Putting the bins out for tomorrow. Because you can now. You couldn't do it last week, could you? Put the bins out last Wednesday, you wouldn't get them back. Assad or Asshat. Everyone shout your orders. Ali Ali out behind the bar, giving it big uns. I am going to check out YouTube tomorrow. I am going to look into the optimum settings for both Twitch and for YouTubery and see what happens. Assad teaming up with the Russians, yes, which could be affecting the internet. I watched something the other day about the Russians interfering with stuff. They can't win a war against the West, which is being shown at the moment by the fact that they can't fight in Ukraine and Syria at the same time. So the best thing they can do is interfere in elections and spread disinformation. And even if it doesn't work, as long as it causes a little bit of trouble, it's a win for them. It's fascinating to see. This comes straight from the Horsky's mouth, his boss. How does the weather affect the internet? I have a feeling where we are, the cabinets with all the fibre optics in it ends up getting full of water, because the whole place is made by Laurel and Hardy. Powder keg waiting for a match it is, and I think maybe Putin might be looking at that now and seeing what's happened with Assad in Syria and thinking, ooh, there's a lot more people than there is military, and if the people don't want the military getting involved, they will stop them. And you can't have a few 100,000 military stopping 20 or 30 million or whatever it is. It just doesn't work that way, does it? And the Ruskies will be the same. If they don't want it, they won't have it. Can't see the new bear, he disappears in the background fuzz. Yes, it's the YouTube look. Going for the bokeh. It's the bokeh. The background blur. It's what pro tubers do. Fucking pro tubers, what's he on about? Attach the bear to the hat. That will have to wait until a later date. I am not getting the needle out now. New bear, what is his or her name? We haven't decided yet. There's a few options on the table. Steve has suggested Noel. So there's a few possibilities. Ted Dwarf, because he's small and also fits in with Kippers Vindaloo. It's another one. So there's options. We shall see. You have Trazis only once. You're lucky. Do we see the tractors today in that day of London? I didn't see that. Not seeing that. Mind you, I don't watch the news because it's just full of shit. Can't be arsed listening to rubbish. And my ma had she has ITV on pretty much all day long, and it knocks me sick. And there was Richard Madeley talking to Vanessa Feltz and Nick Ferrari. I'm like, man, could you get any more right wing than this? Fucking stupid, man. Same people all the time. Donald, how you doing, bud? Mandy, you want a bucket of hot chocolate? There you go. With a slug of tea. No cream, obviously. Grated Galaxy on top and a chocolate straw. That is very extravagant. Well deserved, though. Can I show you the bear? Hang on a sec. Where we are. Hang on, where we are. There he is. Bear with wings and a star above him with the light shining. Like a mini Kippers. Or a Ted Dwarf, like I say. But there are options. We have options. Where are we? Ted Dwarf I thought Ted Dwarf was good. Over 500 tractors driving around Westminster causing mayhem. To be honest with you, I think there's only going to be about 3 or 4 people affected by all this. By the inheritance tax rules. The rest of them, like fucking James Dyson. Isn't it the average farm size is about 20 hectares? He's got 200,000 or something. It's like, man. It's a dodge, a tax dodge, and it needs to stop.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Estate level 17. Heaven 17. Who's that gobshite naffily? He should sit on the branch. He can't. He needs to be hung. Otherwise, it just falls. I did mess around with it the other day to see what would work, and that's the best I could do, to be honest with you. Still hasn't got a name either. See what I mean? Just about fit on there, so. And I've only got one hand. Stay there, stay. Stay, you little shit. See, he looks a little bit Kippersy, doesn't he? A little bit Kippersy. Just a little bit. Oh, fucking hell. Get back. Get back, you bastard. I'll break your legs. It's an Irish word for fool. It's a slang word. It's also a Scouse phrase as well, gobshite. But then again, Liverpool is the capital of Ireland, isn't it? As often it is called. It is how the Irish greet each other. Also how the Scouse greet each other. Mind you, there's other things that we call each other that you can't really say on YouTube. Esther swears all the time, so not offended. There you go. The little brass one. Don't look at my eyes, don't look at my eyes, don't look at the eyes. That's a brilliant one, that. Bloody heavy as well. Bloody heavy. Liverpool can feck off. It's definitely not an insult. He hasn't been in any videos yet, because all the videos that I've put out so far have been driving videos. I haven't even done the Reason the Rhyme ones. I've got about 80% of 2 videos done, so I need to finish off the last little bits for each one, and then I'll have 2 weeks worth. But everything I've done so far, if you've seen any of the ones I've done, I'm trying to use sort of this last week and probably next week as a bit of a brain dump, just while I'm driving, whatever comes to mind, because I want to check something out. I want to see, it's a test. I can't really do Vlogmas because I'm not really going anywhere. I done me day the other day, didn't I? Where I just showed you a little bit what was happening. I never showed you me going into town to go and see Jess, which I should have done. But I did show you the lights at the end and at the beginning of the video. That was on Lords in Chapel Street in Southport, and I should have showed you why I was there, but I didn't. I can do that on days where I know I'm doing things. Most of the time, get up, pick Jess up, take her to work, come home, cup of tea, work, that's it. Doesn't make for great TV, does it? But while I'm in there, just chatting shite, I may as well record it and post it and see what happens. Know what I mean? A scudder and gobshite's head. Yep, how you been keeping your face off the road lately? Blue tack it to the headrest in the car. I have been thinking about how it could stay somewhere. I think it's too heavy for blue tack, and also Ertico I don't think accepts blue tack very well. Ertico, by the way, is Mercedes synthetic leather. It's not real leather, it's synthetic. Bit weird. Nice, but it's a bit weird. Still goes cold as well. That's why I had to buy myself those long vests, so I cover me back up when I get in the car. Not many things in life are worse than jumping into your car of a morning and a little bit of your back being exposed onto cold leather. Jeez. You have decided to keep your face away from the ground as much as possible. That is your default position, as it should be, definitely. Blue tack, blue tack, blue tack, blue tack. Well, it's grey, this stuff, but it's not blue. The stuff that you stick things on walls with, where all them are stuck up on the wardrobes with. Sticky putty stuff. Double-sided carpet tape that would stick. It is not getting stuck on my car. I like my car too much to be doing shit like that with it. But there might be other options. The road is so nice. It is. But not nice to be face planting into. Long vests and t-shirts are a Brickie's best friend. Absolutely. I can imagine that. I've just noticed I've had vests in the past, but I don't really wear them so often, but these long ones, they work wonders. It's just enough to stop you getting cold. It's brilliant. Oh, and me orange smock, I bought it 2 weeks ago and I paid full whack for it. Got an email come through today, 35% off. Fucking gutted, man. But there's a charcoal grey one as well, dark charcoal, exactly the same, just different colour. I'm tempted. It's really heavy material. They're good, I like them. It's like a hoodie, only part hoodie, part coat. They're nice. Yeah, but there might be a way of getting them into the scene. There's got to be a way, isn't there? Petrol grey, it is petrol grey. Same as this, petrol grey. The latest addition to the merch store. Have a look at that. Isn't that a great colour combination? A bucket of gobshite, you gobshite. A bucket of tea. There you go. Have a bucket of tea. Speaking of which, thermos, because I'm worth it. Did I ever see Wilson jackets? They're good, very expensive. Could be a lifetime purchase. I haven't seen them. Wilson jackets. Let's have a look. I'll have a look. I'll look into that. I did Filson jacket. I did manage to I bought a Napapiri or Napapiri, however you pronounce it. Yeah, a Napapiri coat, which should have been 400 quid, I think it was, and it was half price. And I thought 200 quid still expensive for a coat, but it's absolutely incredible. So I've got that. I like that. But I think, I've mentioned this before, I think, haven't I? Never ever cheap out on socks or a good coat. Spend the money on it. Spend your money on good socks, also on a good coat. It's well worth it. Like you say, one of those lifetime purchases, or something that you might have to buy twice, once every couple of decades, then you know you got your money's worth. Looks army green to you. It's petrol green, obviously. You work with fellas who wore their wife's tights in the winter under their clothes. My uncle used to work on building sites and always wore tights. Always wore them. He also, on the other hand, everyone had to piss in the bucket of a morning. And he mixed it with the plastic because it was supposed to make a better sheen, a better surface on the plaster. So whenever you went to one of the houses that he'd plastered, it was full of piss. It might just be that he's a bit of a lunatic, to be honest with you, but there you go. Filson jackets, I'm looking for that now. I am looking. Don't dangle it off my wing mirror. Ooh, hang on. One sharp break on your windscreen would suffer, definitely. What I have got, though, which I want to try this week, I have got me thing, me magnetic thing, me magnetic phone holdery thing. I can just phone or camera holder. I can stick it on the. I'm going to stick it on the one screen on the bonnet, and get a picture through the windscreen and see what that looks like. But I'm going to do that round here first, just to the top of the street and back, and see if it holds. I have got a black thermos, I have, as well as the red one, because I'm double worth it. Kinky but effective, of course. Good shoes as well, Donnelly, yeah, because we are worth it. Good socks, good shoes, good coat. The rest you can go and buy cheap, but make sure good socks, good shoes and a good coat. That will take you far in life, I think. Yeah, Napapiri, good clothing, and very, very warm. Very warm. I like it. And it's not long or anything, it's just, so I don't know, just past or just up into the hip, but it's so warm and not massive. You can wander around in it, you can get about your business, you know what I mean? Yeah. Tights are tights, aren't they? Got to keep warm. Doesn't matter. You got to keep warm. No one's going to know about it, are they? Apart from when you go for a pee. The rear view mirror, I know. Do not have it in the rear view mirror. Hanging down, it will pendulum and smash the windscreen to bits. Because that is heavy, that thing. Proper little heavy. I need to weigh it, don't I, really, and find out what it is. Steve, your hands are too rough, you would ladder them, and nobody needs ladders in the tights, mate. Not even a rough ass builder. Any word from Tom to Tom? Not so far. Was he on Blue Sky earlier? He was around and about on Blue Sky earlier. So he might be finishing off some workies. How do you know unless you've tried? That is a fact, an actual fact. Well said, Ali. Speaks the voice of experience. I thought it were windy again. It wasn't. It's someone closing car doors. How's your book reading going, Mandy? How are you getting on with it? Are you 6 million into it yet? He's not said hello on Twitch. He would do normally. Even if he was lurking, he'd say hello somewhere, wouldn't he? Might be busy. You know he's a workaholic. Right, there you go. Helen would not let him near her back in the day when she had tights on. Do you know how much these cost? Rest of you ladder them instantly and no rough hands, but tights are a pain. I can imagine. And they look great. They must be really warm, but having to get ready and then you're halfway to finishing off and all of a sudden, oh, here we go. Okay, laddered them again. Do I need to change? Ball like. We're lucky, aren't we, us fellas, normally? Just throw on a pair of jeans and a top. That's it. We're ready. You're not sure what book you're on now, man. You're not sure. To be honest, there's that many of them. I'd be confused as well. I listen to one on Audible and then I keep getting recommendations and each one's a different one. It's mad. Well, I've been listening to some World War II thing about Escape from Stalag Luft. Let's have a look what it's called. Escape from Stalag Luft 3. The true story of my successful great escape. The memoir of Bob Vanderstock. Oh, Ali, oh.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
2, can we get a hat-trick? Donald, you had to shave so much hair to wear tights. Oh, man. You've a lovely pair of legs, so you have. Make a pattern with the hair. You know what book you are reading, but you're not sure what number it is. That makes more sense. We should never have doubted you, really, should we? I shouldn't, anyway. It was me who said it. But there are so many of them. That's a good book, that one, though. And it come up with a couple of phrases in this one that I'd never thought I'd hear before. They're on a train getting taken to a prisoner of war camp and everyone had stomach pains and the Germans wouldn't let them off the train, so the train became very, very inhospitable with what was happening to the point where they kicked him off. Go and do your business. And he talked about having a shitting circle, which is like a knitting circle, only far worse. It's had to look like fishnets with the hair. Making love on the heath, turning off tights with your teeth. You can't get no sleep. Tune, man, tune. Could be a new trend. We're always looking for new trends, aren't we? As a society, we are. Get in on the ground floor. Make it happen, Captain. Boss tune, that Ali. Boss tune, but a faithless. A little bit cold for that. Only a bit. Angie, how you doing? You okay? How are you? Are you alright? Are we full of the joys of spring? Do we know if there's any more storms coming up? Is there anybody who's in the know? Is Dara the last one, or is Elvis coming behind it? Do we know these things? I need to know these things. I need to plan stuff. I've got things to do. I am so looking forward to these longer days. Whenever I think to myself, I'd like to go out and do a little bit of filming, just go and do just 5 minutes, that'll do. Just 5 minutes. I look out and it's pitch black and it's blowing a hoolie. I'm thinking, I can't do anything. There's always another storm. There is. We have to have Hurricane Higgins. We've got to start pushing for that. So we had Dara. It's got to be Elvis next. Followed by Storm Franz Ferdinand. Gertrude. Yeah, but is there any more any storms on the horizon about to hit? Storms coming to the UK. It's not exactly like Netflix, is it? Coming soon. Oh, the 24-25 storm names are picked in advance. I did not know that. I did not know that. Ashley, Bert, Connell, Dara, Eowyn, Floris, Gerben, Hugo, Izzy, James, Kaylee, Lewis, Mavis, Nisha, Otje, Poppy, Rafi, Sayuri, Tilly, Vivian and Ren. There you go. That's what they're all going to be, so we know which one's going to be next. It's not Elvis. Bellends. A storm in a teacup is next. No, a storm in a bucket of tea, more like us. Ermintrude, that's a good name. I like Ermintrude. Of course, from the Magic Roundabout, wasn't it? Did I see Prince of Wales leaving the port? I didn't, mate. I have barely been out the house apart from to take Jess to work. And yesterday, I went to pick her up. I was outside for about 20 to 5. 10 past 5, she come out. Knocked on the door. Ah, yeah, I didn't have a chance to text you. I don't need a lift. Alright, yeah. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm alright. Don't worry about it. But there you go. I could have, by the time I was pissing around waiting for it, I could have gone and seen it. Could have drove to Formby. And you're hanging in there. That's as best as you can hope for sometimes, isn't it? We've had a piggly ding. Who's next behind the bar? Put your hand in the air and wave at you, just don't care. Who picks the storm names? Stormmaster should be next. Ireland, England, the Netherlands pick the names. France get involved as well, don't they? Got a few French names. But it appears that I would think that Ireland has picked a few of these. Connell, Dara, Eowyn. Gerben sounds Welsh as well, doesn't it? Kaylee. Nisha. Some Irish going on there, man. You know why as well, don't you? You know why they normally name storms after women, don't you? Because when they come, they're wet and wild, and when they leave, they take half the fucking house with them.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed, very poor. On the Irish, I do like, I mean, we struggle with the Irish names, despite the fact that we're that close to them on a map. I love the idea of the French and the Dutch looking at these names going, what the hell is this? What? How can we get that from this? Makes no sense. It's Mecca de no sense. Oh, man. Starting to cool down a bit now. Thank you, Angie. I preemptively give it a very poor indeed because I thought that might be what came out of it. But there you go. It's a bit of an old joke, but there you go. Marvellous, isn't it? What do you reckon of the Christmas hat? I've caved. I've got in for a bit of a crimbo theme. No Christmas jumpers though. I'm not having that. Our work used to do it all the time. Shite Christmas jumper day. Why? It's a bit of fun. Off. No, it isn't. I miss me mates from work though. It's shit, isn't it? Oh, don't fall over. Don't fall over, silly boy. Don't fall over. No tinsel yet. No, I've got tinselitis. Brings me out in a rash. Is it a Christmas hat or a winter hat? It is. Well, it's a winter hat, isn't it? But Christmas is at winter. In winter. It's a nod. Literally a nod towards Christmas. It's got reindeer on it. Reindeer are wintry. As is snow if you live somewhere where it snows. The one thing you dislike about Christmas, yeah, the forced fun. Forced fun is never good in any situation. But just, it pisses me off as well. Secret Santa. Do you want to get involved? Not really, no. Why? 'Cause I fucking hate it. And it's stupid because our office is fun all the time. You don't need to force it. Just turn up and it's fun. Everyone has a laugh. It's great. Not in Australia. No. True. They've got no reindeer. I know, dear. It's too hot there. Ah, Donald, my hole. The songs as well, yes. There's only one good Christmas song. I think we know what that one is. The ads. Yeah, the John Lewis stuff. Oh, it's a real tearjerker. That's just what you want at Christmas, isn't it? Being guilted into buying stuff. Happy Christmas, your ass. It sums it up perfectly. That's why I think that's one of the best songs as well. Sums it up exactly how people feel after a while. I've had enough of this rubbish. Try working in a pub. year after year after year. From a certain day in December till a certain day in January, it's just non-stop. The same songs on repeat constantly. And then with drunk people thrown into the mix. Cheer up, miserable. What do you mean cheer up, miserable? I've had to work every single day for 3 weeks. I've had to open up at 10. I've had to close at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm shattered and you're acting like an absolute dick. What have I got to be cheered about? Oh, it's Christmas, yeah, I know. And as soon as we get to the 2nd of January, I'll be happy. Get out of me pub. For a fucking stripe, yeah. Oh, yeah, but at Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. Cliff. Fucking hate Cliff Richard. I know hate's a strong phrase, isn't it, but such a bell. And he never used to be. Been watching loads of Kenny Everett video show, and he was on there all the time. And getting involved in acting and being involved in jokes and what have you. And he was funny. And then all of a sudden he just turned into an uber Christian. Mate, you can have your religion, it's not a problem, but just chill a little bit. Relax. Does anybody actually like turkey or Christmas pudding? I do. I like Christmas pudding. But you can only have a little bit of it because it's so heavy and rich. A little tiny bit with a little bit of what's that thinnish cream that you put on it? Thin kind of creamy stuff. Cream. Fucking hell. I'll let you have chips and turkey slices. Or you could be like my sister, who famously asked in the back of the car on the way home from seeing the family on our Christmas dinner, Dad, can I have one of the chicken legs off the turkey? He almost crashed the car on the way home. The fucking what? One of the chicken legs off the turkey. It's a fucking turkey leg. You knew what I meant. Christmas pudding, really. I'm not ranting, I'm just Cliff Richard, Kaufman. Tit. Christmas pudding's nice. Never bother with turkey, duck or goose. I don't like Christmas dinners or Sunday dinners anyway. Hello, grumpy chat. Jackie Lewis, is that you, is it? How you doing, you okay? You like both. Which is why you go to Fat Club. How are you feeling today? Thought you were watching Grumpy Old Man. Not Grumpy Old Men, Grumpy Old Man. Stomach's still a bit iffy, but you're eating away. So if you're eating, then at least that's a good sign, isn't it? You're getting you missed Steve talking about his mates wearing their wives' tights underneath their clothing for work. You see, now, if they were normal tights, that wouldn't be a problem. It's the suspenders that to go with them. That's just, that little bit of a kinky twist. You can hear a grumpy man. Oh, he's next door kicking off again, is he? Was that for sexual purposes or heat? Steve? The floor is yours. My wife's tights, because I'm worth it. Did I pick on Steve? No. That's Sunday. Not sex that kills you, don't right? Of course, yes. It would, wouldn't it? Unless, of course, I know, not that. Yes, very, very careful with that. Can't beat a bit of token, not the crotchless ones. In there straight away is J-Lo. Been there, seen it, done it. Lessons learned. got a crotchless scarf. Does that count? Very funny indeed. Friday the 13th coming up. Time for some mischief, says Jeff. I don't think Jeff and Friday the 13th is anything I want to get involved in. Assless chaps are nice. They'd be a little bit chilly, wouldn't they? Well, they would be in the UK during December. Never worn any. Have seen them worn though, which is quite a sight. In the Lisbon, in Liverpool, which was a gay-friendly bar. Well, it was a gay bar, but loads of straight people used to go in there as well, because it was just a sound place. Seen someone wearing them in there, which is a little bit. The first time you see it, it's like, what the fucking what? You can't be wearing them, mate. Actually, they can. Yes, as in goes around. Exactly, yes, the crotchless scarf does indeed go around. I see you next Tuesday. Jeff's done enough already. He has. He has definitely done enough. Getting up to no good. I'm sure it's him that kicks off these storms as well, Jeff. Jackie, like a coffee? Grab a coffee, we'll talk. Oh my god, look at the sausage dog, it's adorable. I haven't had a nice cup of coffee in ages. I might make one tomorrow. By ages, I mean probably about a week. Might have one tomorrow. Just so used to getting up and having me cup of tea, me Earl Grey. Because I'm worth it. And you would like a slippery nipple? Would you like a cocktail after that? They're all naughty, aren't they, the cocktails? They're all a little bit naughty. Slippery when wet. You must have looked, or how would you know? Talking like Fran Drescher, the nanny. Started off, I was talking like Mike Myers, wasn't it? When he was talking to who did he have on there? It was Madonna he had on. When he was the Jewish mums. He had her on there. Talking about Barbara Streisand. Oh my god, her hands are like butter. And her nails, oh my god, they're like butter. Her skin, it's like butter. Her hair, oh my god, it's like butter. But it tends to veer into Fran Drescher. As a lot of impressions tend to do. They move slightly. They veer off. Six on the beach, please, barkeep. What are chaps? Yeah, leather cowboy leg protectors, which in a lot of bars where you get pink lighting and going on, the men tend to wear them. Like butter. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, but they have a habit of moving these impressions, because you start off. Do you remember the Pink Panther cartoons? And used to have the aardvark, the anteater. The aardvark, the anteater, talk like that all the time, and then before you know where you are, you end up talking like Jackie Mason. Just goes off into them, because they're all based on the same people, aren't they? Tony Soprano. I seen someone doing an impression of him the other day on. It might have been a reel or a TikTok or something. It was insane how close he was. Just perfect. Perfect. What cowboys wear on their legs. Yeah, but That's okay. If you in the middle of, I don't know, Arizona or something, and there's a cowboy wearing them on top of jeans, that's not too bad. If someone's wearing them and all they're wearing is like a fishnet t-shirt over the top in the middle of Liverpool, 4 o'clock in the morning during the winter, it's not the same. It's not the same. Jackie Mason, a name you haven't heard in years. Jackie Gleason. Jackie Mason was the comedian, wasn't he? Jackie Gleason was the comic actor. Jackie Mason was the stand-up. Was Jackie Gleason the Honeymooners? Was that what he was in? James Gandolfini, top fella, top fella. Very good in the film In the Loop, by the way, which was based around The Thick of It, which was all the UK politics, and you end up going to America, which is where James Gandolfini gets involved as a military dude involved with the White House. Brilliant in that as well. Quite aggressive, brilliantly aggressive, and good to see him come up against Malcolm Tucker, Peter Capaldi, locking heads together in a dirt swinging contest. Big fella Jackie Mason. Oh, is this someone else? This Irish, is it? Not the Jewish comedian Jackie Mason. So I used to be able to do all these impressions as well. I can't now, unfortunately. The stroke has robbed me of this. It just robbed me. Jackie Gleason played Sheriff Justice. Was it? Oh yeah, in Smoking a Bandit. Buford T. Justice, was that his full name? Brilliant, absolutely superb. Was it that most of his lines he improvised? It got to the point where he went, just let him do it. Keeps trying to say to him, stay to the script, stay to the script. And I'm sure it was that one. Just went, no, I'm doing my own thing. The comedian, he was round. They're always round, aren't they? Could have said Jackie anything, you know what you're like with names. Well, yeah. But you know what I mean. Well, if you've seen him, you'd know what I mean. Or you heard him, you'd know what I mean as well. Jackie Mason was a rabbi before he was a comic. I did not know that. I know he played Krusty the Clown's dad, who was a rabbi in The Simpsons. Didn't he? Which, very fitting if that's the case. The Rabbi Krustovsky. Esther, you don't know any of them at all. I'm not surprised. But you probably recognise the voice if you heard it. He's been on loads of stuff, and also people do sort of, not an impression of him, but his voice will be used on cartoons and what have you. An approximation of his voice. In the same way that Jackie Gleason as well has been used, and who else? There's a few others where they constantly just repurpose the same kind of voices. Loads of Hanna-Barbera cartoons had similar voices all the time. Because as soon as you hear the voice, you think, well, with Jackie Gleason, you think policeman or authority figure who's a little bit wide of the mark, a little bit dodgy, a little bit a little bit way, a little bit. You know what I mean? That tea is very hot. Very, very hot. Anyone got any New Year's resolutions? The only one I ever stuck with was don't have any more New Year's resolutions. Because it never works, does it? Everyone starts the New Year exactly the same. I'm not drinking. I'm going to fill in my diary every single day for 365 days of the year. 3 days later, diary is collecting dust and they're on the ale. Have I heard the Wilhelm scream? Would that be the one that's used in every film? Almost every film. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that what it was called? whenever you hear a scream in a film, it's the same one. Is that the one that is the Wilhelm scream? Not to make any dough. Yeah. Jackie doesn't make any. Not surprised. It's just pointless, isn't it? Nice if you can stick to it, but if you can't, don't even try. That's the one, is it, Donald? Yeah. Yeah, I've read something about that. I don't know why I've read it. Yeah, Jackie Lewis.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It's there. What's the bird or owl scream? I don't know. It was on QI, was it? There's also the Howie scream as well. I know it's the Wilhelm one. I was reading it somewhere. There was a link from something else I was reading on Wikipedia, and it went into great detail about the reason why behind it. Don't think I'd seen it on QI, but it does sound the kind of thing that will be on there, doesn't it? I like stuff like that. Why do you use it in every film? Because it's successful and everyone knows exactly what it means. Great song from Split Ends. Message to my girl, it's no New Year's resolution, it's more than that. Alright. That's a good line, that. Split Ends, that would be Crowded House before they were Crowded House, wouldn't it? Neil Finn and Tim Finn and all them lot. Only 10 behind Ali. You're up. Talk more. That's all you need to do. Louise, your community. We are here. Your community. How the dickens are you? Everyone's catching you up. You're still miles ahead, Mandy. Stop moaning. You do this though, don't you? Whenever you think, oh, I need to moan to really cry it in, and it works. Louise is pissed. No, she isn't pissed. Are you? Might be. But it's our community. We love us. Just watch some bloke in his car telling YouTubers how to make a do. Yeah, I think I'm right as well with that, Louise. It is. Foster a community, be a part of one. The reason why people watch any of my stuff is because I got involved in a community. It's not because I'm sat there counting the numbers of how many people follow me. It's not. It is about a community. Be part of a community. Talk to the people. Make friendships. I think that works. Much better than all the other information they give you. Make your thumbnail list, make your title list. Get your hook in the first 15 seconds and all that shite. No. Go and create some actual friendships with people. You'll be surprised how fulfilled you are afterwards, I think. I like that though. I'm some bloke. He's some bloke, that Nick, you know, he's some bloke in his car. I'm telling him as well. Telling him what to do. Tell him straight. Oi, oi, oi. Never mind all this bullshit. Be genuine, be realistic. Show him your good side. And I bet you, if you actually sat down with people and asked them questions, what kind of people do you watch on YouTube? And why do you watch them? It'll be the same thing. It'll be, well, I watch this person, why? Because they're really fun to watch. They've got an engaging personality, and I like spending time with them, watching them. Well, there you go. That's why. That's why Casey Neistat was so successful doing his vlog stuff. Because he's such an engaging person. That's the way to do it, man. You're a bit merry. Definitely not pissed. That's straight away I'm hearing Mark Williams in the Fast Show. I'm not pissed, you know. Yeah, you were absolutely right. Did you see the QRAs today? Or was that QPR? QRAs. You were having a mare of a day at work. Oh, well, come in. Have a drink. What are we having? Who wants to hand up in the air? Anyone want to work? Should have said get a mod who'll binge watch for months till you're monetised. That as well. That's part of the fostering the community though, isn't it? Know what I mean? Foster the community. People wouldn't binge watch unless you foster the community. They're not going to take it off their own bat, are they? I'm going to start binge watching to get them monetised. No. Part of the community. Care in the community. Barely getting started is right. I'm not pissed at him. Proper pissed or angry pissed. You can be both, can't you? At the same time. I can't imagine our Louise being an angry drunk though. A more giddy drunk. I'm probably wrong, aren't I? Kicking off, smashing plates and all kinds of stuff. But no, I don't get that from you. We're here to listen. If you want to vent, we're in our circle now. I'll throw you the venting conch. Once you're holding that, you're the only one who can vent. Come on. Let it all out. Primal scream, come on. Cheap viewers on something. Punishable absurdist over on Twitch. Don't know, mate. No idea. But you're in purple, so fair play to you. We are here to listen if you want to vent. The floor is yours. We love a rant. We do. And it's good for you. I know the channel, Positive Mental Attitude, everything's supposed to be positive. Ranting is positive. Do you know that? Do you understand that? It is. Ranting is rarely positive. It gets out of your system. You don't ponder on it constantly. You don't let it eat away at you. You get it out. You don't take it home with you. You don't take it out on the people that you love. It just, and especially when I do it live on camera or do it in the car on streams or record it. It's just a way of, it gets it out of the system. Other people can watch and laugh at it. And then by the time I've finished, I've expelled all that energy and I can just go about my business as normal. You know what I mean, bruv? You don't get angry, but if you think you didn't listen to your story, you'll tell it again and again until you think it well said. I can imagine that. Do you fold your arms and stamp your foot? I'd like to see that. Getting a titty lip on and just stamping the foot. Have to get the elephant off your shoulder. You got to, yeah, definitely. I think it's a healthy thing to do as well, to get things off your system. Just a stupid rant, a funny one, a comedic rant in a nice environment with your friends where they can laugh at you and they know it's just him being him. It's good for you. Like I say, you don't take it home. You don't take it out on the people that you love. Just, it's gone. The energy's been dispelled. You can go about your business. Paddington Stair. Oh, don't upset Louise. We don't need Paddington Stairs. Kirsty, how you doing? You alright? Yeah, we like tipsy Lulu, don't we? There's an edge. I like. Yeah, a little louder with every retelling. Just hammering the point home. An extra exclamation mark with every retell as well. Excuse me, I think you'll find I was talking. Foot down, come on. Yeah, difficult when words have multiple meanings. You ain't the only one, but yeah, the English language is crazy anyway, isn't it? Subtlety doesn't always translate, unfortunately. It's getting warm again, man. You have to say, fuck up, I was talking. Yeah. There's no ambiguity with that, is there? It's not like an excuse me, it's a straightforward. I was talking. I think you'll find. Oh, I must open this window again. There's no need for it, man. There's no need. It's supposed to be icy cold now, and it's not. I haven't put the car condom on. I don't need to. Just looks like a normal night. I've got to get that car washed though. I was going to get it done today, but ended up being too busy. Got to get it done this week. It is minty. Should see the state of it. I'm taking my niece and her boyfriend to the airport on Sunday. They're going away to Poland for Christmas. Going to see his family. Yeah. And then I'm going to pick them up on Boxing Day. It's only from Liverpool Airport, so it's not that bad, but that should be interesting. I might do some streamage on that one. Vlog that one. Liverpool Airport on Boxing Day. Yellow submarine outside, Vlogmas. There you go, that'll work, won't it? We can make that happen. That'd be quite interesting, I think. How are the kittens? Are they okay? Esther wants more spam. Spam? What was the game they used to play at the end of Cracker Jack, where if you drop something they give you a cabbage to hold, as well as all the other stuff? That was you at work today. Double or drop, that was. Double or drop on Cracker Jack. Friday, 5:05, was it? Cracker Jack. Was that the Stu Francis days? Ooh, I could crush a grape. Stu Francis, that one. I preferred the Mike Reid. The Mike Reid days. Was he on it? Was he? Oh no, he wasn't, was he? Or was he? I can't remember. I'm getting confused now. Why were they giving you cabbages in work today? Louise, why were they? Come on. And it's all a case of perspective and attitude, isn't it? When life gives you cabbages, make cabbageade. Ed Stewart. Ed Stewpot Stewart. Ed Stewart did it, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Ed Stewart did it, but also Stuart Francis. Oh, like a crush a grape. Remember him? Stewpot. Stewpot was an Everton fan, do you know that? True story. Stu Francis, yeah, look. Do you remember him? Ooh, I could crush a grape. There you go. Not the Stuart Francis from Canada, the one-liner. Stuart Purvey might have been. Run around, Mike Reid, wasn't it? Yeah. Run around. Wait for it. Run around now. Run around was brilliant. Bizarre having a blue comedian on a kids' TV show as well. He did look a little bit, didn't he? So what you were saying is, it's been a busy day at work today, and they have not been kind to you. They've been throwing things at you when you didn't need it. Cabbages after cabbages after cabbages. Stu Francis was from Bolton in Lancashire, with a camp style of delivery. Uh, there's nothing in here saying he's gone to jail or anything. No, apparently he's not been jailed. He hasn't been binned off. He hasn't had anything bad happen to him. So he sounded dodgy, but he might be all right. But he did look a bit of a perv, didn't he? Exactly, Louise. Exactly. I've been there. I know the score. I know the score. Civil service can be a bit like that as well. Where do you work, Louise? Where do you work? Who did it? It's a Knockout Must Jail with Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall also did football commentary in a very, very floral. I don't know what's the phrase I'm looking for. A very floral style, very highfalutin kind of way, which doesn't fit in with football, but it seems to work well with him. But yeah, he got jailed for being a ne'er-do-well, quite rightly. From Bolton, same place as the very well-known weirdo. There's loads of very well-known weirdos from Bolton. Connor was here before you were, he was, wasn't he? You work in your front bedroom. Are you making good money in there, are you? Got the wrong stew. But he did look dodgy, didn't he? Let's face it. Yeah, but Stuart Hall also did It's a Knockout, didn't you? It's a Knockout, and hopefully while he was in jail, he got knocked out for being a naughty, bad villain. There's too many of them back then. I mean, how many of them ended up getting arrested and put in jail? And we know the BBC knew about it. Disgusting behaviour. Are you making bank though, bro? Are you making bank? Is your front bedroom ground zero for pure wedge? You're bringing in the Dwayne Eddies. Is it Louise or is it Roxanne? Where are you today? Which one are you? Louise or Foxy Roxy? Which one are you? Are you one of those dominatrixes? Dominatries? Someone sent me a link to a news clipping. Some middle-aged dominatrix woman who charges fellas to go round to her house and clean up. She's getting the house cleaned free of charge, and not just that, they are paying her for the honour of cleaning her house. It's amazing. Money for old rope, man. Am I streaming on Twitch as well? I am at the moment. Hello to the 6,000 people watching on Twitch. There's not 6,000 people on Twitch. How's the girls today? Stu. She has got the right idea. If there's some knobhead who's willing to pay you money to do stuff like that, just let him. And then, but you can't really, if he's annoying you, you can't give him a kick in the balls, can you? Because you'll probably enjoy that. Yes, I think that question was for me and not you, Louise. If you're in the front bedroom streaming, Twitch would not be the one to stream on. I think you'd be kicked off if you're doing anything like that. Young lady. You watched the weather video. It was good. It was it looked not just interesting. It looked bloody rough, didn't it? I can imagine that side of the country doesn't get hit quite as bad, but that did look fairly hefty. That. It's a lovely looking place as well. Lovely looking place. You've seen an advert on your phone for lovely guest houses in Port Stewart. Very nice. Very, very nice. Just to put the record straight, you work for a call centre from home for a holiday company. Okay. Nah, I know what you mean. Easy enough to do as well, isn't it? As long as you've got a secure phone line, one that works well, and internet that works, you can do anything like that nowadays. So that's why all day I'm sat here doing a similar kind of thing, although it's nothing to do with holidays, it's government stuff, but you know, it's dead easy, no arsing around. Is that code for undercover brew tout? Yeah. If you want cheap holidays, you know who to ask. Is that why you're always watching airplane stuff? That's seeing your customers disappearing on holiday. Is that what it is? Making sure they leave all right. Watching them come back in. Is that what it is? Every time you see a TUI jet take off, your heart skips a beat. That's one of ours. I'd love a holiday. I haven't had a holiday in ages. Would you like a drink? Wine. Why is it always wine? A well-deserved wine. Make it a large one. On the house. Have a bucket of wine. Connie, you following on Twitch? Oh, nice one, mate. Yeah, I've just seen there now. Lovely stuff. I'm going to pin you. I'm going to pin your message. Unable to pin. Something went wrong. Oh. Piss flaps. Cheers, bud. Right back at you. Followed as well. Buckfast. Oh, good bucky. Do you know TUI fly from 20 UK airports, one near me? They do have a tendency to be quite busy now, don't they? TUI, I think. Tenerife, we went with TUI. No, was it? No, it might have been Cuba. Tenerife from Manchester, in the area. Tomash, good to see you. To see you, nice. It is certainly a fetch reunion. Oh my god, I had to look what that meant. You know, fetch means good. It was in Mean Girls. Of course, I didn't know what it was because I never watched fucking Mean Girls. But oh my god, that's so fetch. What? Macca no science. Not unless all the customers are military pilots. I know what you mean. Yeah, I was just only teasing, only teasing. But yeah, they should be. Get there quicker, wouldn't they? See, the TUI had so many. Is that the one with the Is TUI the one where they're all holding hands? All those stupidly, impossibly good-looking young people. Fuckers, I hate them straight away. There's no need for it. That's not selling me anything, that is it? No stretch marks and a head full of fucking teeth. Piss off, and I'm not interested. Oh, that Jet 2, is it? Just, they're annoying, those adverts. They piss me off. Darling, hold my hand. Just leave me alone. We're on holiday. Piss off. How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And Domingos Duarte, how are they? We're all right? Yeah, Jet 2. Jet 2 can fuck off as well. That's a shame, because I do like me airplane content. Mentor pilots and things like that. I like all that kind of stuff. I just don't like half-wits bouncing around the Mediterranean to shite music. Ryanair are the best. Ryanair are the... We said this the other day, didn't we? Ryanair are, I think, the biggest non-state sponsored airline in the world. I think. I might get that wrong, though. I think it is. And by state sponsored, the likes of United and American Airlines count as flag carriers, don't they? So they're sort of not state sponsored but flag carriers. Ryanair, I think, are the biggest one, aren't they? That's a non-flag carrier. I watched that on something, I'm sure I have. Domingo hasn't knocked over the Christmas tree as yet. Yet. Mrs. Tom's been working hard at uni today and is off to bed. Well done, Mrs. Tom. Well deserved. Feet up. Loads of Zeds. Get your snoozes in after working hard. I, of course, have been a shiftless bastard, so I'll not sleep tonight. Steve, you don't watch adverts unless you're watching football, or Helena's watching some police thing on ITV. I feel your pain. Police shit on ITV is annoying. My ma and dad watch all that absolute pap. Vera. Fucking Vera. Why call it Vera? If it's a police show set in Newcastle, just call it YI50. Job done. I'd watch that. Your left heel is killing you. It's healing right where it flexes. Oh man, keeps opening up. You're hobbling around. That's not good. What was the orange airline that used to be on TV? That would be EasyJet, wouldn't it? EasyJet or LazyJet, depending on your viewpoint. I had to drive my ex down to Luton, where she was going for an advert for a interview to join EasyJet as cabin crew, and then she just woke up the following morning and went, you know what, I can't be arsed with this, I don't want it. So we drove all the way back. Hotel in Luton. Nobody needs to stay in a hotel in Luton. Just drove there and drove back, that was it. It's too tall to be on a plane anyway. Usually when you're on Ryanair airplanes, it needs to be, wouldn't you, to be on them bloody things. Thought all airlines were shite. Some are better than others, to be fair. Ah, yeah, you were trying to break in a pair of posh shoes. You said that the other day, didn't you? Biggest airline in the world, as in destination and aircraft, is Turkish Airlines. Isn't that mad? Again, that's a flag carrier, though, isn't it? So there are tendency flag carriers can get away with certain things. Alitalia being one of them. Doesn't exist anymore, does it? But they got away with murder for years. They made a profit 1 year. That was it. Alitalia. Can you wear Crocs at work? If you did, would you still have a job the following day? The high heels are a pain, even though they might elongate the calf. Got to be careful with them. Use a bar of soap and rub it into the heel of the shoe. There you go. Chat's just pinged everywhere here now. I've completely lost track of where I'm up to. Are you giving up on them? You think they're fundamentally a bit on the small side? Aeroflot. I've got an Aeroflot t-shirt, haven't I? I like Aeroflot. The t-shirt, I mean. Not the actual firm. Oh, there you go. Connor, your gift to Ali is that you have a great day with your family. Isn't that lovely? Very selfless, Ali, very selfless. It's cold. Baby, it's cold outside. Aeroflop. You flew with them from Shannon to Miami. Do you know what? I'm not sure I could get on an Aeroflot. Just seems a bit too shonky for me. Especially watching air crash investigations, some of the stuff that's happened with Aeroflot over the years. Russians and planes, man. Russians and planes. You could wear Crocs, but some of the houses you visit be worried about flea bites. Oh, man. You're more than likely live on Christmas Day to escape the family curse. There we go. We all know where to go to then. All round to Kirsty's. Get the ale in. Jackie, you've also been from Shannon to Miami on Aeroflot. Panty shields in the back of your shoes. Does that work? This year, Steve's getting us all what he bought us last year, but in a different colour, different size as well, isn't it? Slightly different size, different colour. Same thing now. Okay. All the seats were different on the Aeroflot plane. It was drafty and rattled like hell. That sounds about right. So my dad went to Poland. He played Stal Rezov in the European Cup Winners' Cup. And he was on an Antonov plane and there was bullet holes in it because it was just a Second World War plane. This was mid-70s, you would have gone over there. So it wasn't that long after the war, really. But same thing, drafty because of bullet holes. There was noises, things pinging. It sounded like a clown car. Not good. It was that old joke, wasn't it? We've lost engine 1, it's going to add an extra hour to the journey. Now we've lost engine 2, that's going to add an extra 2 hours to the journey. Now we've lost engine 3, that's going to add an extra 4 hours to the journey. I hope we don't lose engine 4, we'll be up here all day. The old jokes, best, aren't they? Used to feel safe getting on a plane with Rolls Royce engines till you started going to the pub and seeing all the workers in there getting pissed. Yeah, well, that's not something you want to mess around with, is it? Engines. But they've got a decent record, haven't they, Rolls Royce engines? So. You need a smaller size. What are we on about? Are we still talking about manhole covers? Mandy wants hairs in purple, Steve. Yep. Any colour you like. It's still. Similar being near Airbus Broughton. Similar being near Hale Woodfords. But for slightly different reasons, obviously. And you used to have Friday cars. If you bought a car that was made on a Monday, it was alright. Friday, if it was getting towards pub time on a Friday, they'd finish it off dead quick and it'd fall apart on the way out. Already ordered in purple. In just your size. Some vegetarian shizzle as well there. We're looking after everyone. Has to be done. What was I thinking? I was just thinking about something in purple. What was it? I've got to do something with purple. And I can't think what it is now. Purple. It'll come to me. Bit of purple rain. Purple vein. Heard Vauxhall and Nissan are in financial trouble. Well, Vauxhall are closing down the Bedfordshire, Luton, Bedfordshire, aren't they? The site there for doing trucks. Nissan are in trouble, definitely. All pretty much all car companies will be in a bit of trouble at the moment because they can't keep up with what they're being asked to do. They can't make EVs for people who don't want EVs. People don't want them. Doesn't matter what the government say. The actual people who have to go out and pay money to buy them do not want them. So they're all struggling. It's going to take someone just to come out and go, right, sodgers, we're going to keep on making internal combustion engine cars. And fuck you. Wrap Mandy's Christmas present in Poiple. Can I get that amount of wrapping paper? It's a massive present this year, Mandy. It's absolutely huge. Jackie, you've sent your December schedule. I like to pretend to work week. I genuinely get that. Don't even pretend anymore. I am with you on that one. An entire week of pretending to work. I didn't even pretend. I pretended to pretend. I got meta. Pimp coat in purple. Oh, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? We spoke about this about 6 months ago during the summer, and I thought it'd be a good idea. And then we made it all the way to December. I haven't got one. Although coats are a little bit of a sore issue at the moment, aren't they? After me orange smock that I paid full whack for, it's now got 35% off. Although it does look great though, doesn't it? It's a good looking smock, that. Brings out the colour in my eyes. They're like chipped ice. Luton van is shut. It's a shame. It's hard for these companies to keep on going in this country, at least, because Brexit has absolutely fucked it up. Car and the automotive trade relies on just-in-time principles. By that, you can't have warehouses full of stuff because it just costs too much money and you've got nowhere to keep them. If you're going to make so many 100,000 cars a year, you can't have all that material somewhere already. You have to buy them on the day. So these companies are getting pretty much daily deliveries of stuff. We're dropping off 100 steering wheels today because you're making 100 cars. That's how it works. And because of Brexit and the whole red tape thing, just in time doesn't work anymore. Even worse for the food industry, but cars can't make it work. So instead, they're all pissing off, aren't they? Going to, is it Serbia or Slovenia or somewhere? Slovakia. One of those. Where they can get, it's already in Europe. Open borders. Dead easy. They make it to a high level. There's no need for the car industry in the UK anymore. No one's interested in buying them. So, foot has been shot by us. Volvo, to backtrack a little bit with the electric cars. The Volvo, they've got Polestar, haven't they? So that's a separate, I know it's the same company, but that's a little bit of a separate entity. So they can continue to make them as much as they like, but Volvo is Volvo. They've got to keep on making estate cars because that's the bread and butter. And I know they said they aren't going to make them anymore. Who wants to buy anything other than an estate Volvo? Carry on making them. Yeah, it's going to make it impossible to drive a combustion engine in the very, very near future. But it's not going to be any better. We haven't got the infrastructure for electric cars. The electricity has to be made to feed them in the first place. How do you make electricity? Burning fossil fuels. Unless we start building nuclear reactors here, there and everywhere, it's not going to work, is it? You know what I mean? And we are building one. We're building, it's a Hinkley C we're building, which is supposed to take 10 years and it's now going to take, 25 years. It was supposed to take 20 billion, it's now 60 billion. It's on its arse. Barney Teddy for Mandy. Yep, Barney. Where's your long-haired picture? We want to see us. Mandy, did you get your tree out yet? Where's Jackie's perm? She did send earlier on, didn't you? You did. Are we alright showing it? Streaked as well, there you go. There's our Jackie, streaked. It's always streaking. Looking great, looking great. It's staying in a box in the loft. Oh, bar humbug. Apparently Volvo's overtaken Range Rover as the most unreliable vehicle on the market. Say what? That's impossible. It used to be great. Range Rover is shit. What? Can't even park on your street, let alone plug one in safely. How about the people that live in tower blocks? How the bleeding hell are you plugging them in? It just makes no sense. I don't even think, I was going to say it has been thought through. It has been thought through. They don't care. Somebody is making a lot of money out of it, so put up with it. Nah, not having it. Where are we? What is the teddy in front of Horace? It's not a teddy. It's the hairy ninja potato. He's always there, and the slitter is always there as well. Just hidden. As is Del Boy. Has your hair gone curly because you were ill? Is that what it is? Looking very, very 1980s. The streaks in there like that. You paid money for it. Wow. It did look like a big teddy, didn't it? Because of the bouquet. It's the bouquet. The bouquet did it. I've gone full on YouTube wanker in the background as well, haven't I? Teal and orange. Your YouTube is way behind Twitch tonight. Twitch is always way, way quicker than YouTube. I don't know why. Streaks today seem to have taken some of the curl out. Is that two different types of chemical is now playing havoc with your barnet? Do you want us to get them for you? Yeah, do you want us to get them for you? I can't tell you the standard Liverpool joke because I get demonetised, but there is a joke in Liverpool that gets used quite a lot. Along the lines of, did they give you a pair of did they give you a pair of knickers with that haircut because they made you look right? See you next Tuesday. We'll get a shadow bang together. We'll go and duff them up for you. There you go. Making you look like that. Ah, you look sound. Look sound, lad. Cannot get the temperature right. It's mad. Or am I going to the male menopause? Is this what this is? I'm having hot flushes. I am wearing the hat. But even so, I haven't even got me I haven't even got a vest on, but I'm wearing the new merch, so you know, maybe that's what it is. I look hot because I'm in the new merch. The hairy potato looks like a gong. Like fucking twins. That is the issue. So all right. So it does happen that way. It could be the wine. Now you can see the Grinch's head behind the baseball. That's, you know what? That's what it does look like that, doesn't it? It genuinely does. I can see that on the screen. It looks like the Grinch. That's weird. It does. Lots of mixed emotions up here in Vauxhall about the Luton plant getting closed but keeping Ellesmere Port. Some relief, others sad they haven't been paid off. My mate, we started working where we work, government work, on the 12th of January 2004, and by the 13th of January 2004 he was hoping to get paid off. Loads of people are waiting for that. Get the address sent over. Go on, we'll duff them up. Koi merch is looking good. It is petrol grey blue. I think it looks fantastic. It's a good little colour scheme, that, I think. Works well. Works very well. And it actually does say peace. Real peace. It's not one of those ones where you get Chinese writing and when you actually scan it, it says like chicken fried rice or something. £45 and £70 was handed over. Was this at the end of a barrel by any chance? Because I wouldn't be paying that, not a fucking chance. Picture time. What picture? Long hair picture. You haven't heard that in the local media. You have heard that if Vauxhall doesn't get a financial boost early in 25, the whole company's in trouble. Like you say, Nissan have already said they're in trouble. And you wouldn't have thought the Japanese would be in trouble at all when it comes to cars. Any of them. Because of Kaizen and lean principles and continuous improvement, they have chipped away until there's nothing left. They've pared it to the bone. There's no way you can cut any more money. They have absolutely sorted it out where maximum income for minimum expenditure. So they can't go any further than that, can they? They can't go any further than that. So they are knackered if that's the case then. In the wider company, Stellantis, that's Fiat, Opel, Peugeot, Citroën and Jeep, etc. struggling. The CEO's just gone. Right. I didn't realise they had Fiat as well. Peugeot and Citroën. Alright, so they all jumped in together. It's cars for you. It looks as though it's being done deliberately. I don't want to start coming across as someone in a gaff at 4 o'clock in the morning, but when you've got somebody who owns a car company, which is electric car company, it was now hugely involved in running one of the world's biggest countries. Is that what's happening? Are we trying to get rid of all combustion cars because that way everyone will buy a Tesla? Is that what it is? Is that the reason why? Fuckers. Toyota Group, as represented in the US by the bastard son of Dan Friedkin, will go under. Jackie, where did I buy my orange coat, sweatshirt coaty thing? It's a smock. It's 35% off. I got an email today. Bastards. I paid over a wanna for it, and now it's 60 odd quid. From a company called Fuzz Clothing. It's proper heavy as well. It's thick material, heavy. It is a hoodie, but it's also a coat at the same time. It is a smock. So it's very, very warm. Very comfy. Nice. The smock was bought Fuzz Clothing. I'll go and check that out again now just to make sure, but I'm sure that's what it is. Contact. Yes, Fuzz Clothing. There you go, Fuzz, F-U-Z-Z Clothing. It was 105 of your very own British pounds. It is now £68. Long line smock style hoodie made from heavyweight jersey fabric. Large envelope chest pocket with side entry hand warmer pocket behind. 2 large hand pockets to lower front body. Adjustable hem and hood with flat draw cords. Large 3-panel peaked hood. Elasticated cuffs. All poppers are hidden and reinforced on cotton herringbone tape. Fuzz logo embroidery to lower left body. Available in sizes small to double XL. A slightly oversized fit, but we recommend taking your normal size. I got a double XL and it is really nice. China makes some cheaper batteries, but not as reliable batteries. It's selling more EVs than any other company. And the ones that do the fuzzy sock leg warmers. Speaking of socks, do you see that? The merch stuff. If you use is it Socky? On the merch, you get free socks. A free pair of socks with anything over 25 quid. Never seen that before. Mind you, I've only been doing it for 6-7 months or something, haven't I? Free socks, man. Have you got any of those leg warmers, have you, Mandy? Have you made your own? I'm not buying them. Who's going to buy them when I can make them myself? But it makes me think that somebody who has got too much influence is behind all this, getting rid of combustion engines. And it doesn't work. It will never work. If they'd have put as much energy into alternative fuels, synthetic fuels or hydrogen or something, we might be a little bit further, but we aren't now. Is it Hat Wednesday Day? It isn't. We have some hats, but we need more. But we need more. Oh, hang on. But we do have... We have long hair Donald. Are you ready for this? Proper long hair. Look at that. That is a proper long haircut. Look at that, man. You look like you could be the bass player in a band. And I mean that as a compliment. You haven't got any new hats? I've got the one and I forgot. So yeah, it's live, new Hat Wednesday. They're not knitted. Same material as a fleece. I know. Just taking the piss. Your mum's got more hats but you don't know where they are. It's 68 quid. It is 68 quid now. It wasn't when I fucking bought it, was it? It was 105 when I bought it. See, Mandy, it's
going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's there.
Cried it in. Absolutely cried it in. It's 68, but there's also... They have got a charcoal grey. A washed black charcoal grey smock, the same one. So I might buy one of them as well. They're handy to have in. Very, very comfy. Handsome fecker, absolutely. I was just, thinking a bit Big Yin there. There's a hint of Billy Connolly. All hail the Queen. Handsome, my haul. We haven't seen your haul. We don't know how handsome it is. It could be. A man after your own heart. Find a product like a product. Buy product in other colours. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Now, if it does work and it fits properly, you do buy more of them. And I'm not really a huge smock dude, or haven't been over the years. That is really nice. It's very comfy, very warm, big, lots of coverage. So I like it. I do like it. I've got the full length picture of it yet with me wearing it, full length. Claudication, logarithmic, upgrading church, width, shielding zirconia, citric, lowish, ridiculous critic. Couldn't have said it better myself. Speaking of Billy Connolly, his grandfather was from about 15 miles away from your house. Where? I know he said his family are from Ballyconneely, aren't they? Which is almost Billy Connolly. I like. Has your hole got a centre pattern? Haven't they all, Steve? Haven't they all? Thomas, you had Bell's palsy. It must have been 12 years ago. This Christmas Day, yeah. Worked home, ate, nap, woke up with a face slacked. I know the feeling. My mate had one as well. Similar kind of thing. Which we all thought he'd had a stroke at the time, but he hadn't. Didn't Liam Gallagher wear a smock? Liam always wears smocks. And part of the reason why that smock that I've bought got advertised, I think it was on Instagram. I kept getting advertised, and every time I saw it I thought, I like that. But I left it and left it and left it and left it until about a month or two later I went, you know what, sod it, I'm buying it, I like it. Because I looked at it and thought, it looks quite Liamish. It's orange, bright, it's a smock. No, I won't get it, but I thought, no, I will. And I'm glad I did. Because it's really comfy, it's really warm, it's good for driving the car of a morning. It covers me back, as well as me vest and me smock. Plus, I don't know, it might have magic powers, the orange smock. I seem to be able to get some videos done with me orange smock. It's smock season. Although I might struggle tomorrow, seeing as though I don't have to go out in the car, do I? I'll have to do something. I want to keep this going, this little run that I've got. Liam is copying. Who does he think he is? Don't matter if it's attitude, because you're cool. I mean, I kid attitude, man. I just sing them, man. I mean, man. Proper in the area. Ballyconneely is in the area, not far from the Alcock and Brown site. Yeah, oh, you were talking about that the other day, weren't you? So there's a lot of history there. You've not just Alcock and Brown, you've also got the birthplace of the Connolly that we know, legend. Yes, of course he was. Louise, you should know this by now, Louise. Where I lead, others follow. Sorry, can you hear the laughing in the back there? Mandy, you never do that, with regret sometimes. Years ago, Ravel boots from 99 quid to a tenner. Should have bought more than one pair. You wore them until they fell apart. You should. If you find anything like that and it's a good bargain, get more. Make sure you get even just one pair more, or one other smock more, and put it in the wardrobe. You'll be sound. You will be able to pick me out in the Upper Gladys in the petrol orange smock. I'll wear it next time. Next game I'll wave. I'll just wave towards the Bullens in me petrol orange smock. Mind you, I could look slightly stewardy, couldn't I? Could look slightly stewardy. You don't have 68 squids. I'm sure you can go make a few quid, can't you? Ravel is a proper blast from the past, isn't it? Kind of freaked out when the Bell's palsy happened. Imagine it freaks anybody out. It's mad, isn't it? The body, for you know, the body is such a weird thing. Strange things happen to it. When it has enough, and just gives in. Mandy, if you could go back in time, you would 1, buy more boots, 2, take more pics. If you did, you'd be able to make a few quid, I think, because I'm sure boot pics will go down well on the internet somewhere. Peter O'Toole, the actor, was from around there as well. He had a house around there. Peter O'Toole was brilliant. Loads of stories about him and Richard Harris and a few of the other ones. Very heavy drinkers. Who were always out and about, up to no good. Brilliant, brilliant raconteurs and storytellers. So good. Never heard of it before, Ali. It's yeah, unfortunately far too prevalent. The pins and needles in your face were bad. It is mad. It is. The way the body reacts at times. Sometimes without warning. Sometimes you do get a warning, don't you? Where you can feel something's about to happen. But other times, just bang, there you go. Just reminded me of a really funny joke, actually, a Ricky Grover joke. Remember Ricky Grover? Always plays like a bouncer, big gruff. He used to be a boxer. He was in Red Dwarf as the really angry prisoner. He said, was it his auntie died of spontaneous human combustion? She must have been expecting it though. She wrote a will on tin foil. But the way he was talking about it, he was sat around a campfire telling little stories to each other, and he came up with that joke. But he'd done it with such, authenticity about him as he was saying it, as though he really meant it. It was so funny. Spontaneous human combustion, she was expecting it. Wrote a will on tin foil. Genius. Steroids and antivirals for you, and then a bit of physio. Nearly back to symmetry and restored movement. Is the material of the smock good? It doesn't attract crap to it. It hasn't attracted crap to it yet. It is, it's very, very heavy. I don't want to say wool, but you know what I mean? Like a thick woolly, almost, I don't know, really thick, heavy fabric. Nothing has been attracted to it yet. It's alright, but it's really, really good. I like it. As I say, they've got the charcoal grey one, really dark charcoal as well, sort of a washed out, faded black colour. That's quite nice, but the orange one I think really looks nice. I haven't tried it with a pair of jeans yet because I haven't worn jeans for almost 5 years, but I will at some point. I need to practice putting jeans on and off. You've only got your fishing smocks. A smock's a smock, man. Don't mock the smock. You can't mock the smock. You knew a fellow who spontaneously combusted. 1 minute he was smoking a cigarette whilst filling his car with petrol. The next, spontaneous combustion. No one saw it coming from anywhere.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. Not tweed, but think along those lines. How heavy a tweed is. But it's really nice. Good heavy material. Keeps you warm. Covers your bits up. And by your bits I mean your kidneys and your back. Loads of pockets. You can fit many things in there. Plus then if you're in the, well, I used to be able to bowl down the road a la Liam Gallagher. I used to be able to walk like him and pretend to be him at the same time. I can't now because I can barely walk, but you know, you can bowl. Very, very power indeed. I've done the same, lots of facial exercises, still get twitchy when you're tired, especially around your right eye and your mouth. Oh, I feel that pain. Very poor indeed. Your fishing smocks are made of cotton. Don't have to be really heavy. I suppose a heavy kind of smock wouldn't be good if you're fishing, because you need to be a bit mobile, don't you? Whereas if it's too heavy, you can't really zhuzh your line out, can you? 3 or 4 times a year, your ear on the side that you had the droop will swell up. Reckon it's part of the same viral process. What? Did not know that. Your ear droops. Can't say you've ever worn a smock. You've never lived, Mandy. You've never lived. There's a sort of, I don't know, there's a freeing sensation of freedom about wearing a smock. There's no zip. Keeps the wind out. What more can you ask for? Ear swells. The ear on the same side that you had the facial droop, yeah. Do men get more balls palsy than women? Balls palsy, definitely. I estimate Mandy is more of a tabard girl, maybe a tunic. Much of a muchness, aren't they? I like a tabard. Like a good tabard. You've got to try a smock at least once in your life. Don't mock the smock. Steve, your dad first got bells about 5 years ago. I can imagine it's scary. Especially given the way it looks like a stroke. The first thing you think when that happens is, oh shite, here we go. But even that, it's not a nice thing to have, is it? Definitely not a nice thing to have. You like dresses with the empire cut. What's the empire cut? Do we need to have a look at this? Empire cut dress. All look like dresses to me. You're more jeans and a jumper in this weather. But you need a smock, man. George Clooney got it when he was a kid. Didn't really hold him back, did it? To be honest with you. Has Louise fallen asleep yet? Not yet. There comes the reply. Must have been on a call. You know, one of those I need help with my holiday calls. What kind of help do you need? What are you wearing? One of those kind of calls. We see you. Jeans and a smock, Mandy. Time for an upgrade. Definitely. Does your mega hoodie count? It could do. A smock is like a hoodie, but we'll let you off with that one if it's a mega hoodie then. Okay. Get another little buckle opened up. Ali, you were nodding off at 9 o'clock. But is it a long day for you, is it? I didn't have to take Jess to work until 9 this morning, so I didn't have to get up until 8. And of course, I woke up at 6:30 in biblical need of a pee. I always thought a smock was something pregnant women wear. No, it's anything that's over. Anything that hasn't got a zip up the front. So hoodies are sort of the in-between a jumper and a smock. Head banging again. Finish work at 6, yeah. Yes, Mandy. Have you got a one-size-fits-all oversized hoodie, like massive to the point where you could fit 3 of you in there? Mental busy at work. Is that an hoodie? Yes, we've seen them hoodies. I didn't want to pay the extra money for an hoodie, so I bought me cheap, the one I was wearing today, the grey teddy bear fleece. That's really good as well, though. It's nice for hanging around the house in. Yes, a petrol blue goes down to below your knees. Proper oversized hoodie. Hoodie with a capital ooh. This is the weather for comfy kind of stuff though, isn't it? Doesn't matter what you look like, as long as you're warm. If you're sat in the house, no one's watching you anyway, are they? Feet up. I've got my slipper boots. I've got them on now, I did earlier. Slipper boots, which are really warm. Me big hoodie on. Me joggers. I'm comfy, I'm ready to rock and roll. When I say I'm ready to rock and roll, I mean I'm ready for a lemsip or a hibiscus tea or something. Can't cope with oversized. You're always in it with a draft up your back, Louise. Oh, what you need then is a long vest. Long vest. I'll drone you one up. Now imagine how long a long vest is on me. If it's long on me, it's going to be long, man. But you need stuff tucked in, don't you? That's again part of the reason why I end up buying those vests, because I'm sick and tired of jumping in the car and feeling cold in the morning. Helen's got one. It fits you, it must drown. Yeah. That's it is a bit like it's like wearing a hoodie and having a blanket on at the same time, isn't it? So the bigger, I suppose, the better. Easy, Frankie, easy. You've got a woolly, weird fish jacket on now, it's cosy. What more can you ask for? Am I still not feeling 100%? Not even close. But, with a capital but, I have been hitting me steps target a bit more the last sort of few days, so hopefully I am out the other end of it. I think I just went through a couple of weeks where there was cold after cold after cold, and it was knocking the shite out of me. No energy at all. So I don't think I'm ever going to feel 100% again until or for the rest of my life. But the closer I can feel to 100%, the happier I'll be. I've probably been about 20% lately. Not good. Long vest or someone to spoon, or both. If you turn around, it follows you about a minute later. That kind of hoodie. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. About 20 more pockets in a smock. That sounds like a song. Was that a Nora Jones song? Or was that Bikes in Beijing or something, was it? There's loads of pockets in that smock. You should call it a smocket, really, shouldn't you? It has been cold after cold. Am I taking any supplements to give me a boost? I have my multivit of a morning. It is getting to the point where if it doesn't piss off, I will be having a word with the GP. I've had enough of it. Just too much. And on top of the stroke fatigue, anything else that goes on top of that, just it seems like something that wouldn't even make you look twice absolutely ruins you for the rest of the week. It's crazy. This has like a massive muff, a pocket thing on the front. Katie Melua, 3 gubbers. Yeah, was that her, Katie Melua? I thought it was Nora Jones, not Katie Melua. 3 gazillion bicycles in Shanghai. It's her. You loved the L muffs. Are you asking if Helen has a large muff, Mandy? Are you? So much for solidarity, sister. You like the teddy fleece? The teddy fleeces are nice. I've got 2 of them. I've got a black and a grey. Petrol black and a petrol grey one. And it's nice. It is like just wearing your duvet. That's the best thing about them. And the Teddy fleece has also got a hood. So if I'm sat in the car waiting for Jess and it's starting to get a little bit chilly, just put the seat back a little bit, hood up, tunes on, man. Is your muff lined? What kind of things should you fit in there in the muff? How much goo could you accommodate in the muff if you could accommodate goo in a muff? You think it's allergy related? I didn't sneeze or sniff once at yours. There might be something. I've gone round with the zhuzhy flicky stick, so I don't think it's dust. It's not really dusty in here. It's not hay fever season. It's not. If it rains a lot, then you might get spores outside. You might get some fungus growing, so it could be that. I don't know. I'll look into it. Is the muff big enough for a couple of balls of wool? Can you get both hands in your muff, Mandy? Can you? Can you get both hands in your muff? You wear men's long sleeve thermal vests. Is this to keep you warm, or is this some kind of trophy after you've, removed the physical form from this mortal coil? Okay, now, be careful the way you say that. You're on this here YouTube. You knew you shouldn't have said muff. You see, as soon as you mention muff, you open yourself up, Mandy. You know what it is. Ali nodded off. Nah, she'll still be here. She'll still be here. Muffy-licious. Yeah, I told you that she is. The Taff Muff. Mandy, how's your muff? Mandy, how's your muff? Yeah, there you go. Mandy, you saying muff was Steve's Christmas present, and we thank you for it. Thank you. Are you sick of pulling fluff out your muff? Sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's never ending. Shame you couldn't unwrap it. What a gift. What a gift. Right, now I have to close that fucking window again. Can't get it right. There's got to be a level, hasn't there? I can't quite get it right. We'll get there eventually. The gift that keeps on giving. I'm waiting for the advert to come out. You haven't checked your muff for fluff. Don't go off in a huff. I know it's tough. Have you scuffed your muff? Just that constantly now, isn't it? Mandy mentioned muff and asks if her present is purple. Purple muff, purple muff. There is a business there, isn't there? Mandy's Muffs, established real 2024. tough taff muffs for your stuff. Get them made, get them knitted. Get yourself on Etsy. Enough is enough. Stuff your muff. All puffed up. Yeah, see, this all works. This things fire off in my brain, which they shouldn't do, but you could have that. I'm all muffed up by L. Elvis. Double L Elvis. Elvis Presley. I'm all muffed up by Am. I fucking love my muff, I does. Get 'em made, man. You get 'em knitted. In all seriousness, honest, parentheses, lots of your patients have fiddle muffs, things that occupy their hands. So like fidget spinners. That idea of keeping your hands busy will keep your mind busy. It works as well, doesn't it? I've got a little fidgety spinner thing with stuff on it that you zhuzh and then zhizgle and screwble. So here it is, Merry Muffmas. Everybody's having muff. Like fidget spinner, something tactile to distract. It is, and especially if it's knitted as well, where you get extra little another sense by feeling something. Some of the ribs in it for your pleasure. Can you knit a fluffy muff? Only one way to find out, man. Give it a go. Give it a bash. Twiddling your thumbs. Your great grandmother taught me that when you were a lad, and then you probably get told off. Well, I told off by people to stop doing that. Stop pissing about. It's done for a reason. Yeah, twiddle your thumbs. I know someone that did that as well. I can't think who it was. What are you doing? Stop doing that. No, just leave them alone. It's their way of dealing with something, or their way of switching off slightly so they can concentrate on what they're supposed to be doing. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Or the Muffin Man. How much muff could a muff miss knit if a knit miss could knit muffs? You need fluffy wool, you do. Get some sorted, la. We want to see this. And it has to be pictorial as well. Pictorial evidence. Basically, we want to see your muff, come on. Be forthcoming with it. In all its stages. In all its glory. A village called Muff in Donegal, yep, and a village called Blue Ball in Offaly, according to our alley. Lovely. Should put them together. Could fix both problems there. I should have let that cool down a bit earlier on, you know, that's far too hot. Even now it's far too hot. Burning my mouth off. It's not fair. Is it difficult to knit with fluffy wool? Is it more difficult because it's just... It seems to me like it would be. It seems like it'd be a pain in the ass. You want to see a picture of Mandy in her hoodie? Mandy, Mandy! Many years ago you worked for a place that adopted blue as their signature colour and brand theme. Not Everton, was it, by any chance? Christmas, they wanted to have a blue ball party. It was an easy conversation talking them down. Did he say they would have a chat instead? We'll have a night of talk. We'll call it Blue Waffle. Probably best you don't do that, like. Yeah, you have to try and you have to try and explain to some people, don't you? You can't call it that. Why not? You can't. But why not? If I have to explain it to you, you won't like it. Just don't call it that. Blue ball. That does sound very Everton, that though, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Yep, Steve, have you and Ruby made friends with each other? Ruby off the naughty step. Back in the house. Back in the fold. That's what we want to see. The other thing about Twitch as well, I changed the name of this stream on there and it hasn't changed it. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K today. Do I get a Christmas break with work? Christmas Day and Boxing Day were off. I'm in the rest of the week. I always do this. Me and Jess's mum split up when she was 1. Jess was 1, not her, obviously. I'm not Stuart Hall. And she didn't live with me, so I get to see her on Christmas Day, and that was about it, really. So for the rest of the week, I didn't really want to be at home. And other people who've got families who actually live with them, I thought better off if they have the days off, and I just have. If Everton were playing on the sort of 28th or something, we used to play. You play on Boxing Day, 26th and 28th, don't you? So if we were at home on the 28th, I'll have that day off. But apart from that, I'll have a couple of days off in the new year. I'll work all over Christmas, and I'm so used to doing it now that I don't mind. Plus, it's normally quiet over Christmas. And if I was in the office, we'd go in, do a short day, and then go for a pint. Meet up with all the lads, just relax. I did. You're not twitching this evening. It is Mandy 5,998 others because Connor is there as well. We are smashing it. There is pubic wigs, and he's wearing one himself on his face. Also known as Merkins, of course. Don't stay mad for long. You were told if you bollock a dog, make friends quickly. Has to be done. Does. Yes. That deserved an Alison, didn't it? But me and Alison knew what she meant. You're back to being Ali now. Yes, Ali. We knew what you meant. Connor was twitching earlier, he was. He was in the chat, he was in the area. Not that kind of pick. Tom. That was from Donald, it was. But you need to think about what you're putting on screen, Ali Alio. Filth. Christmas is definitely a funny old time. Jess has not made any requests for presents. I am having to bully her senseless at the moment. What do you want? It's 2 weeks to go. What do you want? Oh, I don't know. She only found out what she wanted off her mum yesterday, which was a candle and something else, something else about 20 quid. It's like, what? This is not your Christmas presents. This is the kind of thing that I would pick up when I go to the shop for you. It's not a special kind of thing. I don't know. I don't need anything. So it might just be a little bit of cash and then help yourself. Get what you want. If I'd have thought about it, I might have just said, get yourself a tattoo and I'll pay for it. Because she does like a tattoo. Does Jess want a petrol charcoal grey smock? She would love one. She's a fan of petrol charcoal. Oh, here we go. It's live as well. You can tell it's live because of what's in the background. Here is our Helen in her hoodie. That is a proper oversized hoodie. Bloody hell, that's a duvet with a hood. A duvet with sleeves. Look at the size of that. That looks proper comfy, that though. I bet you it's warm, isn't it? That looks the kind of thing that is great if you have a bath. Come out and throw that on and just go and sit in front of the telly. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Looking fabulous, absolutely. Morning, Jackie. Muffs are hand warmers, like a roll of material on a string that hang around your neck. Yeah, where you zhuzh your hands into them. Probably hopes I'm saving for a car when she passes the test. She needs to get on with it because I'm sick of driving her, driving Miss Dizzy. I'm not buying her a car, I can't afford that, but I might throw a few quid in, like. A couple of quid at least. £2.50 maybe. It'd be worth it. I'll save money. By buying her a car, I would save money. Instead of, Dad, just drive your bleeding self. How tall is Helen? She is 5'11". Bloody hell. A big one. Just come out of the shower. There you go. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. Come out, dry off, that on, feet up, watch the telly. Feet up and watch me acting like an absolute tit on the telly. When the pause goes on the road, and it will do in 2025, there must be an addition from inside Helen's oversized hoodie. Get working on it. Hiya Helen, by the way. Yes, that was Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, who's doing remarkable work in the hoodie. Get your orders in, get your orders in. Ali's done the full shift today, hasn't she? Mega hoodie is even longer than yours. These are the kind of thing I think everybody needs one of these. Everyone needs a mega hoodie or a smock, a big smock. Something comfy. We get to that stage in our life, don't we? Where comfort trumps anything else. It should be the same for any age. I bought Jess one of those teddy fleeces. She loves it. That's the same thing. Just hang around in the house, put that on, you'll be warm. The Norfolk correspondent graphic could be updated from yellow coat to oversized hoodie. That I might have to start working on. Ali, you've got a snooty. Is it warm? Does it make you feel warm and comfy? Insurmountable Launcher on Twitch says best viewers on something something something. No, I don't think so. Yeah, if you wore Helen's hoodie, you'd need people to carry it like a bridal train, you would, wouldn't you? Yeah, the Billy Connolly bit with the oversized slipper. Love that. The one big slipper, and all the family have got one each. I love that. One of my favourite things he's ever come out with is from that same kind of thing where he was talking about the stuff that you find in the back of newspapers. The bowler hat with sleeves. Every time he says that, I just lose it completely. It is fab. Long time ago when we was fab, you know. Everyone needs at least one item of clothing in their wardrobe like that. Whether it's an oversized hoodie or a teddy fleece or something. Just one of those miserable days. If you've been out and it's been snowing and you're piss wet through and you're freezing cold, come in, get dry, clean socks on and your oversized hoodie. Get up on the sofa, pull your feet up, get underneath it. Perfect. Perfect. Thought they're all the same size. One size fits all. Definitely one size fits all. Yeah, the magnified windscreen is brilliant as well. With his dad. The prescription windscreen. What an absolutely ridiculous thing to say. Brilliant, isn't he? You've got a Lancashire cricket onesie. Bit of wine for our Louise. Who deserves it, by the way. How are you feeling now, Louise, if you're still there? Are you okay? Have you chilled out slightly? Are you relaxing? Are you chilling like a villain? Are we all okay? It's hard for some of us to find an oversized garment. It is. I know what you mean. Like that smock, it says slightly oversized fit, so I got my double XL anyway, and it's not overly oversized. Bucket of Beamish, oh very nice. Pint for Esther. Is it a Lanky the Giraffe onesie? Oh, now you are talking. And if it is, has it got like the full neck so it goes over your head? You can look over next door's wall. I'd love that. Totally laid back now, literally laid back. We were making you feel cold so you got under the duvet. Oh, but at least you're warm now. What more can you ask for? Apart from Tom Selleck. That's still my go-to, that, by the way. Tom Selleck. Just the women just drop at his feet. They drop at his feet, Tom Selleck. Cuddles for Louise. Oh, yeah. Cuddles for Louise as well. Man, you've never had a onesie. It's easier for men. Getting undressed to go to the loo. No, thank you. Yeah, all we need is just somewhere. One wee flap and we're sorted. You're in the lab too? Yes, unless you need a numero dos. Don't they come with flaps though, some of these? Like the old school Frontier long johns. By the way, if you're feeling cold, what you should do is get yourself a cup of tea from Thermos, because you're worth it. That'll keep you warm. That is the dream, it is. The Holy Trinity. The triptych, the triumvirate. A onesie with flaps and a muff. Doesn't get any better than that. A long Jonathan Silver. Yeah, you see all those films, grizzled frontiersmen. They're always wearing long johns with the flap at the back. And I would suggest that mountain climbers would have the same kind of thing, wouldn't they? You don't want to be hiding behind a bush on Mount Everest with things pulled down. No siree, Barb. And you have to when you're up there, apparently. No messing around. You've got like a 14-hour walk up and walk down. You can't. There's nothing you can do. And if you pull the owl undercrackers down, you'd be knackered. But our Jackie has a onesie with flaps. I can't imagine. I think so. I can imagine. An M&S one. Trying to think where I put me teddy fleece. I might have to put that on before I go back in the front room, just to make sure I'm warm enough. A crotchless onesie, probably. Just in case, you know what I mean? Just in case. Like the Scouts, be prepared. Yes. Oh. Not unlocking, not unlocking. What are we going on about? Stop the locking shite. Listen to a talk once of a female who climbed Everest. She pissed herself. The only way to go. There's not much else you can do. It is like minus 30 odd degrees without the wind chill factor. So you're bad enough as it is. With the wind chill factor, it's below 50, minus 50. You're 30 odd thousand feet up. There's not even gale force winds, it's more than that, isn't it? Hurricane winds. Just piss yourself. Deal with it when you go back in the tent later. You'd freeze in no time. There's I listen to loads of stuff, loads of audio books about Everest and K2 and all that kind of stuff, all the 8,000 metres, all the big peaks, the 14 peaks. Hearing people talk about what they got up to when they were up there, how dangerous it was. The fella who took a picture of him and his mate just took his gloves off to take a picture, and that was it, and he lost 9 fingers. There's no messing around, you know. It's not just, I'll take it off for 2 minutes and we'll be alright. No, take it off for a few seconds, you lose hands, fingers, noses, the lot. And if you lose your fingers within seconds of getting them out to take a picture, I'm not getting that out. Not a chance. I don't want frostbite on me stalactite. Not a chance. It would have warmed it up just for about half a second until it froze completely. One good reason not to climb Everest. But you see, here's the thing. Did any of them going up Everest have their own hand-knitted muff? If they did, maybe they'd be alright. Morning, Jackie. Have they not got... You've seen those voucher adverts for heated gilets, haven't you? When you press the button and it heats you up. Have you not got them? Can you not do an entire suit full of that? USB heated survival suit. You must be able to now. Biggest mountain in the universe is on Mars. 3 times higher than Everest. The tip would be in the ozone if it was on Earth. Olympus Mons it is, isn't it? Olympus Mons on Mars, the highest peak that we have seen or found out about anywhere in the observable universe. It is massive. Crazy stuff. And there's they've got a scar, haven't they, on Mars as well, which looks a bit like the Grand Canyon, until he pointed out on one of the little side tributaries of this scar, you could fit the entire Grand Canyon in this one little bit. It is absolutely huge, and Mars isn't even a big planet, you know what I mean? Just mad. If you're going up Erwidva, you'd go by train. Definitely worth doing if you're going up Erwidva, but if you're trying to go up Everest, you know, you could be waiting around for half an hour for a train to turn up. There are heated jackets available. There are. But how about full-size survival suits that you could just press a button on and become warm? Is that not a good idea if you're climbing up Mount Pissing Everest? Is the scar on Mars? Is there life on Mars? Mandy, did you ever watch the BBC series about mountain rescue near you? But that's interesting. People don't take the likes of Irwitha, Snowden, Ben Nevis, anything like that. They don't take them seriously enough. Which is why in February they're always pulling people off Ben Nevis who are walking up there with footy shorts and flip-flops on and stuff. I didn't realise it'd be that cold. Fucking idiots. Well, it's only Snowden. It's only Snowden. It's not exactly K2, is it? Yeah, just see how you feel when you get up there. Feckin' idiots. And it's always some poor bastard who has to go and save them. Some poor unfortunate dick who's having Christmas dinner with his family has had to disappear and go and pick a helicopter up so he can go and get you because you weren't prepared enough. Make him pay for it. Do you like Scar on Mars? Do you do? We need more Scar in our life. You didn't, but when you were at Bangor Uni, the dean was a famous rescuer. It took a year to get your PGD signed. Because he was too busy out rescuing. Is that the case? Yeah, Steve, exactly the same with the holiday makers walking dogs and the tide comes in around them. Oh, Christ. Has the pic frozen? I wasn't even looking. Well, we've come to the end anyway, haven't we? Right, I'm going to just try... This is not going to work, obviously, because it's knackered, but... Right. Other stuff. Other stuff. Right, well... I'm going to have to fix it. I'm not going to fix it now. I'm not going to fix it tomorrow. I'm going to fix it on Saturday or something stupid, so... I've turned everything off. You know what the time is, don't you? You know what time it is. Dancing shoes time.
Another great night here at the Paris Pause. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat, told the odd joke. Now get in the hot tub for a post.
And that's that.